Did you know that you are a time traveler? Yes, you are. I will show you how you travel the time. To understand this, you have to know what is traveling. In general, by traveling, by the word traveling, we mean that going to one place to another place which is far away. Something like from China, you go to USA by aeroplane. That's far away, and you are a traveler. But if you go to another city in the same country, you are a traveler too. It actually doesn't have anything to do with the distance. Like you go out of your home and walk to the market, you are actually a traveler. You are traveling to the market, which is 1 kilometer away. Still, you are technically a traveler. Okay, now let us see how we do the time traveling. Just stay still and count with me up to 5, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look at you. You have traveled 5 seconds in the time with me while you were counting from 1 to 5. You just traveled 5 seconds inside the time. Look at you. In 5 years ago, in the year 2015, you were somewhere doing something else. Now you are some other place doing some other thing. In these 5 years, what you did many things, and you definitely have traveled 5 years. You traveled 5 years in the time. This is how throughout your life you always travel through the time. You travel through the time every day, every moment. You are traveling through the time. Every second you are traveling. You are a time traveler. Time traveling is not only possible, it is our daily life activity. You travel through the time every second. Every moment you travel through the time. Most people know about the time traveling through the science fictions, that we know about some time machines. With that we can go to some other time. We get into a time machine, we set up the time, and we go to some other time. Let's say in the time machine we set up the date after 10 years, 2030, and then when we go out of the machine we see everything is changed. That is 2030. We will see some new constructions, new people, everything is new. Everybody around you become a little older. And with the same machine you can go back in time. You can go 10 years behind. Like you go in 2010, you will still see many changes. The people will look younger, but you are still the same. So this is time skipping. We skip 10 years to go forward, we skip 10 years to go back. This is not time traveling. Time traveling is what you are doing every moment. In every second you are going through the time. That is a traveling. But what a time machine could do, that is skipping the time. From some other time we jump into some other time. We jump into the time. That's skipping. So what we know, what people say about time machine and time traveling, that is not a traveling. That is skipping the time. The time traveling is very much possible. We do it every day. But the question is, the time skipping, is it possible? Can we skip 10 years, skip 5 years, or whatever the length of the time is? Can we skip this? To understand this, just look at this animation here. character in that animation, as you have seen, go to a different time. So it was somewhere in one animation, and the next one it go to a different time. How did it happen? Because I have changed it. I have edited that. I take that character and put that in some other time in that animation. I copy it from there and paste it there. I did it. No matter how advanced our technology become, will it ever be possible for that animation character to skip the time itself? No, it will never be able to do it. I can do it. Why? Because I made that. I made a time frame for that animation. And I just pick that up from one time and put it into some other time. I can do it because I control it. But the character in that animation cannot do it because it is just a character which is controlled by me. Look at us. We are like that character in the animation. We are limited inside this time. This second I am doing this. The next second I will do something else. The next second I will do something else. So we are gradually going inside the time. We are traveling inside the time. Like that character, it is never possible for us to skip and move ourselves to a completely different time. It is possible for the Almighty, it is possible for the Creator who have created us, who have put us in a limited time. This is a boundary for us that we are going through the time. And if the Creator Almighty wants, then He can take us from one time and can put us into some other time. Skipping the time is possible for the Almighty who have created the time. But we are the character. We are the characters inside the time. No matter what happens, it is impossible for us to skip it. It is impossible for us to move ourselves from one time to different time. We just can go through the time gradually. So the bottom line is, everybody is a time traveler. We are traveling through the time. We are traveling through the time every second. But as we are limited by the time, this is a bondage for us. We can never skip the time. Thank you very much.